Good evening, friends. As promised, we are back again with the most important MCQs from science. So, without any further delay, guys, let us start the topic. So, our first question is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom in terms of the number of species is, guys, this is the arthropoda, which means the insect, the phylum that contains the insect. It is known as arthropoda. So, it is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Okay, now moving towards the next question, guys, we have which one of the following is not a characteristic feature of the chordate? So, chordate, for chordates, which of the following is not a feature? So, we know, guys, chordates, they have notochord, they have dorsal hollow nerve cord, and they have pharyngeal gill slits. However, segmented body without coelom. So, this is not a characteristic feature of the chordates. Okay, so we know these three are the features of the chordates. So these three are characteristic feature of the chordates. So the option D will be the correct answer. This is not a feature. Moving towards the next question, guys. Name two mammals that lay eggs. Yes, guys, there are certain mammals that lay eggs. Okay, so these are platypus and echidna. These are the two species that basically they, despite being mammals, they lay eggs. Then we have the next question, guys. What is the next question? Deficiency of iodine in humans leads to a deficiency disease known as goiter. Okay, a deficiency disease known as goiter. So that is why it is recommended to have iodized salt. Okay, moving towards the next question, guys, we have which vitamin is essential for the normal blood clotting? So remember, guys, for our blood clotting, vitamin K is essential. Vitamin K is essential. So, guys, for blood clotting, vitamin K is very important. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have which of the following correctly represents the function of xylem and phloem. So we know that xylem is responsible for the transport of water and minerals, whereas phloem transport food. Phloem transport food. Okay, moving towards the next slide, guys, we have the 10% law of energy transfer states that now this 10% law that is present in our nature, it says that only 10% of the energy is transferred to the next trophic level, which means from producers, suppose the producers is producing 1000 kilojoule of energy. So if they are being consumed by the herbivores, they will only have 100 kilojoule of energy. So which means only 10% of the energy is being transferred to the next trophic level. Moving towards the next question, guys, we are moving towards the chemistry. The element with the highest density is no one but osmium, guys. Osmium. Osmium is the one that is having the highest density among all the elements. Osmium. O-S-M-I-U-M. Osmium is having the highest density. Then moving towards the next slide, guys, we have which of the following is considered the most reactive element? So, guys, fluorine is considered as the most reactive element. Okay, it's a electronegative element that is most reactive. Moving towards the next slide, guys, we have the element with the lowest density is hydrogen. The element which is lightest is hydrogen, and it is having the lowest density. Okay, moving towards the next slide, guys, we have the most electronegative element in the periodic table. Again, it will be fluorine. So, guys, we have fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So, these groups are known as halogen. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. So, these are basically name of few halogens. Moving towards the next slide, the most electropositive element in the given elements. The most electropositive element in the given elements is our cesium. Okay, cesium is the most electropositive among all the given options. Okay, so cesium is the most electropositive among the given options. Okay, which element forms the maximum number of compounds? So guys, it is carbon, because carbon is tetravalent and it has a property known as catenation, that through that it can form long chain compounds. Okay, moving towards the next slide, guys, we have, okay, now we are moving towards the physics. Okay, which one of the following is correctly classifies the friction? So guys, it's a contact force opposing relative motion between the surfaces. So this is the most appropriate and correct option. Okay, this is the correct option. It is a contact force opposing relative motion between the surfaces. Okay, it's a contact force. Moving towards the next slide, guys, we have the inward force responsible for keeping a body in uniform circular motion is known as, this is centripetal force, the inward force, the force which is inward. Okay, in case of a circular motion, it is known as centripetal force. It is known as centripetal force. Now we are moving towards the next question, guys. We have the escape velocity of a body from Earth refers to. So guys, this is the minimum velocity required to overcome Earth's gravitational pull without further propulsion. Moving towards the next question, guys, we have the phenomenon responsible for splitting of white light into its constituent colors when passed through a prism is, guys, this is known as dispersion. Okay, this is known as dispersion. Okay, when the light is actually dispersed into its constituent colors. So this is known as dispersion. Moving towards the next slide, guys, the principle of heating effect of electric current applied in which of the following devices? So it is basically saying whenever electric current passes, it produces heat. So this principle we can see in terms of electric heater. Whenever we plug in an electric heater, we turn on the power, it gets heated. Okay, so moving towards the next question, guys, we have the space surrounding a magnet where the influence can be detected is termed as its magnetic field. It's magnetic field, which means it is the area in which the magnet is having its effect. Okay, so this is known as magnetic field. Okay, in the context of wave motion, frequency is defined as, so in context of wave motion, guys, frequency is defined as the number of oscillations or cycle completed per unit time. So this is the basic definition of frequency. So guys, this was the third part of MCQ revision from the science section. You will be receiving more such sessions. Till then, stay connected.